Ah, that's good stuff. Well, this is going to be my first ever video on my van build. Am I professional? No. Did I buy a van because I want to turn it into a home? Yes. And, I mean, I'll have another video where I actually go over everything I've done so far, parts I would avoid, tips and tricks, whatever. But for the most part, from what you can see, it is mostly just framing and insulation. Besides the windows, I did cut out 2 windows, one for my bed, one for my desk, and then a Max Air fan. And like I said, I'll go over all that stuff at another time. For the gist of it, there's my bed. I have a desk right here, or soon-to-be desk. Then we have a little cabinet with a toilet box underneath. Now this is my mystery area. This is my hope and pray area. But this will be the shower in the future. And right now, today, I've installed my gray tank. I have it mounted, holes cut, so now I just need to connect the fittings, all that fun stuff. Also, this is my freshwater tank. So the idea is that I want to put my sink here above my freshwater tank. And I'm going to have to route it so the drain pipe goes around and down right there in this theoretical spot. That is the prayer, after all. And I'll show you this whole little gimmick I got going on here too. So this is all what I've connected to my freshwater. So way back there, I don't know if you can see it, but that's where I'll fill up. And it goes in the back. This is the vent line I have. This is where the fresh water will pull from, so it goes up through here. If I ever need to shut it off for whatever reason, I can do that here. I know, this is quite jerry-rigged, but whatever. I am no professional. And then after that, we have a little strainer with my Seaflow water pump. It is, I forget all the exacts of it, 3.0 GPM, 12 volt, 55 PSI. I haven't tested it out yet because there's no power in here, but from the ratings and the suggestions for my van, my lifestyle, that's what's recommended. So then here we have the Remco accumulator. So we'll flow through this down here to the manifolds, which I don't have the hot water hooked up yet because I am waiting for my electric water heater. But once I have that, go back there, and then I can run my hot lines as well. So yes, but one line for the sink, one line for the shower. Those run over here, which have not exactly been hooked up yet. We're getting there, one weekend at a time. But for this weekend, we're going to be working on the gray tank, getting all that stuff ran underneath the van, because the scary part is coming up of making sure my gray tank plumbing can go to this area right here, and then make sure my sink plumbing can go to this area as well, then drill the scary hole in the bottom of my van. So yeah, on today's episode of Let's Hope and Pray, that's what's going to be happening. And yeah, let's just get started. So if you bought a van and you're like, hey, ow, my head. Ugh. If you're like, hey, hell yeah, I want to travel the world and live out of this bad boy. But you also don't have $150,000 to give to a shop to make it super nice. Well, you know what? You can follow along. Maybe there will be a video for what you're trying to figure out. Or some inspiration. You never know. I totally forgot what size I need. I guess I should show you, too, my actual van. This is the Ram ProMaster 2024. It's my baby. And it is the extended, also super high roof. So it's about 7 feet tall. The 3500. Oh yeah. So it's a big boy. And I chose this super high roof because I am 6'2". You know, confidence wise we'll say 6'2 and a half, whatever, 6'3". But yeah, and so I don't even know if you can see anything that's going on, but oh baby, right size on the first try. Ugh. One thing with my gray tank, which I'll show you in a second. I guess you already seen part of it. Oh, am I dumb? What am I doing? I forgot to plug up one of these when I installed the tank. So I might be having to loosen it and drop my gray tank a little bit. And then make sure it's actually closed the right way. This is what $100 from Home Depot looks like, by the way. You wouldn't think that, but yes it is. Wherever the hell they are, buried in the bottom. I know I bought more than 1, 2, 3. There we go. And we're just gonna Teflon tape these bad boys. Now, if you have never threaded the ports before, same thing I did with the freshwater tank, more or less. Except that was more of a learning process, but I got it this time. But with this, it's very hard to see with this camera in the way. Anyways, you're gonna, let me think. Okay, so look at it and do it clockwise. And then try to avoid the first thread or 2. That will help it get on, at least like tighten on easier. And I'm gonna do that off camera because it's boring and takes patience, at least for me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the ports have now been threaded. I mean taped, not threaded. We'll get on to the threading now. Ugh. I also forgot to mention that I don't know how well you can really see this gray tank, but it is a 36-gallon SMB. I think it can also be used for freshwater, but my freshwater is 39-gallon. This is 36. I wanted that because, you know, convenience, and it's just like, once my freshwater is almost out, I know it's time to empty my gray tank. Just a little less mental gymnastics, which is convenience. And I love convenience. Besides not being able to fit under here. I'm actually stuck. One down. Probably can't see it, but the other one is right there. Just about out of arm's reach. It's like that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. Oh, I can actually fit now. It's beautiful. Well, I was gonna use some vice grips around these, but they're round and smooth. It doesn't work so well. So, I'm just gonna hand tighten them. Also with these fittings, from what I've been told, what I learned, you want them tight, but don't go so tight because they will crack and you're gonna have one hell of a time getting that back out. Like that. You know, it might not sound the best to say this, but in a way, I'm really just testing to see how well I can actually route this. Oh, that was close. I just about clipped my head. That was about to be ugly. Oh, it's way over there too. Fuck me. Oh, I can actually reach this one. It's beautiful. Nice and easy. That's the way it was intended to be. Ow. You know, part of me wonders if I was supposed to put this further back. This gray tank. Because what is all this for? No, I don't think so. Well, I mean, that would be very unfortunate if I was supposed to. But nice thing with the S&B tanks, I will say, is they do have YouTube videos on how to install them, which was very helpful. First purchase that isn't just a freaking part. Oh, that's a lot deeper than I thought it was going to be. Oh, it's my sink. My sink. And they give you a cute little cutting board. That's pretty nice. With a mat for the bottom. I don't know what's in here. Probably not going to need that or be able to use that. What the hell is this? Ooh, it's my drain. It's so shiny. Ooh. Oh yeah. Should actually put that back in here. I want to keep it nice. But I want to show you my sink itself. Oh, that's beautiful. Yeah. Take it out in the sunlight. Let it glimmer. Oh yeah, look at that. That looks incredible. Now, for reference, this sink is a 15 by 15, meaning the whole sink is 15. Where's my tape measure? On the money, 15 by 15, but the sink itself is about, well, what is that? Maybe 11, for being generous, by 13. So technically it would be a bar sink, but when you live in a van, you know, I could fit a home-size sink. Do I need a home-size sink? No. I can fit dishes in here. I can fiddle my hand. I have little faith in the sturdiness of that, but there we go. That's about how it's gonna sit. That is counter height right there. So all my plumbing will go directly under that, come out here, and go straight down. Of course, I've also seen a lot of van builds that do much simpler plumbing setups, you know, the 5-gallon under the sink. I personally don't want to have to drain my freaking water jug every 5 seconds. That's why I'm going with a more advanced one. Plus I have a shower, so you kind of need it. I mean, you could drain it on the floor. I wouldn't do that. That's a no-no. But that's why I got a gray tank. So we're gonna do some, actually I need to get pipe cutters, but then we're gonna finish routing my gray tank underneath. See how that's gonna look.